How do you deal with it? Regbald looked up at Sudais and gave him a quizzical look before he once again huddled down and placed his crossbow in his lap. He was sitting by a small campfire a little outside the main army camp. It was midnight. Cold and the chilling winds pierced through all the layers of clothes and heavy furs Sudais wore, and he too sat down and curled up against the fire. By Aserai, he hated the cold. Pray tell, O scholar, enlighten this humble scout as to what thou mean and refer to. Regbald answered and started fiddling with his crossbow. Mayhaps he is referring to the light spring breeze now gracing us with its presence, or the state of this weapon. The answer, my friend, to both is... He looked at Sudais and loosed the string from the crossbow before a grin split his face, revealing a few missing teeth. With a smile. They both chuckled. You know, I left the sea to escape the cold, among other things. But the cursed cold never seems to escape me, Sudais said and shivered. Regbald tightened a new string to the crossbow. Clothe thyself in sturdier clothes, desert dweller, and thy bones will not be bothered by the cold no more. This, he gestured out to emphasize his point, this is nothing. Regbald reached for a tankard sitting next to him and gave it to Sudais. He winked and said, Of course, clothes is not the only means by which thou keep the cold away. Hail and Peribard. Do you think they're all right? Sudais asked and drank deep from the tankard and coughed as the strong liquid filled him with fiery warmth. Aye. The Lul's death took them both hard, but they are strong. Worry not for them, Regbald said. He froze, looked over his shoulder, and suddenly stood up, turned towards the main camp, and bowed. Sudais looked, but saw nothing in the darkness. A familiar voice pierced the night. Authoritarian, rumbling, demanding, and yet friendly at the same time. At ease, Regbald. Partia stepped out of the darkness and sat down next to them. How close are we? He asked Regbald before he looked at Sudais and nodded with a smile. I see that Regbald is teaching you how to deal with the cold. Only an hour of marching and we have them, my Sultan. They will not escape us. Good. Very good. Now, Sudais, will you please share that tankard with your Sultan? I too hate the cold. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome back from the chat for the adventures of Partia Al-Eat in Bannerlord. The frigid north will soon be left behind, it seems. The vassals call for peace, and the council suggests it might be prudent. A peace, yes, but a short one, like the ones given to us when we were most desperate. An opportunity to return to the south, to warmer climes and folk where our company is welcomed with open arms and a willingness to serve the people. There is work to be done here yet, but a moment's respite from the cold will be welcomed by all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. It seems that peace with the Khuzait is not only inevitable, but perhaps actually preferred. I'm sure I made my own stance relatively clear last session with regards to how I felt about the peace. I thought it was rather unfortunate in its timing, so close to wiping out the Khuzait. Loch Hanna Castle might in fact fall very soon. Talia over here has her battering ram and siege tower ready to actually assault the castle itself. So we're, with a 1,000-strong army too, we're moments away from gaining another castle over here. We're footsteps away from Epinosa Castle or potentially from Vladiv Castle, just little steps away. We could probably, smell what the chefs are cooking at these castles from where we stand. But unfortunately, with just, I think it's about 20 or so hours left before the vassals force the issue, we might be seeing peace instead. I discussed potentially using our influence to prevent that peace from happening. However, many of you raised the very excellent point that even if I were to do that, our vassals would immediately afterwards demand that peace once more. And then I would be out influence. I would be forced into a peace I didn't want. And, if there was another time when I needed that influence, I wouldn't have it, obviously. So forcing that peace is probably not a good approach. We'll see how much it'll cost us. We'll do a little sort of cost-benefit analysis. But chances are we're going to be, yes, having peace with the Khuzait. As unfortunate as that is, again, many of you raised some excellent points in the comments. It's a great opportunity for us to head down south, pick up some more high-quality recruits from Dynastica and Hassan Falk. Some of you suggested that it's actually a great opportunity for a lot of the militia to grow as well, especially at the castles where we didn't leave too many people behind. They'll finally be able to defend themselves without needing large garrisons left behind. It might deter aggression from the Khuzait in future wars or from the Battanians if they ever decide to actually come up over here as well. So it works out in that way. Now, some of y'all were suggesting actually a dedicated recruitment drive, and that I'm a little hesitant about. By a dedicated recruitment drive, I mean, going around, picking up soldiers, getting all our vassals to join us, and giving our clan members troops of higher quality, things like that. And the only reason why I'm hesitant to do that is because I feel like the Battanians will make a lot of progress if we allow them to. It depends. I say that with hesitation. That particular angle depends entirely on how our vassals actually behave once that peace comes. But with that said, before there is peace, there is war and there is bloodshed. There is this battle that we are guaranteed to win, but it's a good note to sort of kick the session off on, I think, is just a high note to start things with. Following this, we'll have peace, and also during that peace, we'll be able to go to Emprella without hesitation and pick up some new companions as well. And that'll come in handy moving forward. But on the topic of moving forward, as Joran puts Lagetta under siege, let's move forward with Brannick over here. Now, Brannick, if I'm not mistaken, is actually somebody we can speak to as well. Ben Morcar, but he is, alone in his clan. Alone in his clan, but still marching around 200 strong. I could try and have this conversation with him, and if it goes poorly, or if I can't afford him, or what have you, then, we fight. I wasn't even considering that, actually. But now that I stand here before him, perhaps it's worth considering. Peace to you, he says. And to you as well. That's oddly kind of him. I hear you took Urikskala Castle. I did. There's something I'd like to discuss. Your liege is not worth your loyalty. Brannick, come now. The end is nigh. The Khuzait are no more. Oh, he is in an army. Very well. In that case, if you march in my lands with an army, you suffer the consequences. Surrender or die. Yield or fight, you fool. And indeed, so we fight. To the battlefield we go. Should be a nice, clean victory. I didn't even realize... Yeah, I should have remembered his banner was decorated. I didn't realize that he was in an army there. I guess that's why I hadn't considered just speaking to him and trying to convince him. Well, we tried nonetheless. We tried. Hopefully he died. I mean, it would be great, actually, if we got a couple of noble kills over here. Archers up front. A little bit further up. Infantry up to here. Archers in a loose formation, please. Cavalry. All 59 of you. Up top over... I don't have a clear view here. Up top over there. Let's go. Horse archers up over here. 154. Wild. Get them into a scattered formation. Under cavalry. No wedge. Archers are firing away. Nice and easy. Hold your fire. Cavalry charge. Down he goes. I mistimed that a little bit. I was hoping to get in behind them while my cavalry got in ahead of them, but I mistimed that, unfortunately. Well, not entirely, though. Riders, fall back. Keep safe, keep safe. Alright, we're okay. Did a little bit of damage. Did not pull that off perfectly, but wasn't all that bad. Wasn't all that bad. Riders keep pulling back. Horse archers move up. Oh my god. 150 horse archers, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely glorious. Hopefully from there they'll get some work done. I need to be ready to get my archers off of hold fire as well, of course. Cavalry push up that way, let's go. Tell them to charge shortly. Hopefully envelop the enemy there. Don't. Alright. Some of them are splitting off and I don't like that. Horse archers still okay. We could send them up a little bit further. There's a lot of work to be done here. I'm focused over there. Come on now. I don't know why they would separate like that. Vanguard Ferris getting some work done. Looking okay, looking okay. Excellent. Cavalry charge. Alright. I think we've taken care of them on that side. Horse archers looking alright. Let's move up with them. Just make sure they're not getting engaged in ways that we wouldn't appreciate. Pull our riders back. One has lost his horse. Yeah, see, they got a little bit too adventurous over here. Move up there. Horse archers firing away. Looks like the enemy is charging now. The horse archers are getting work done. Archers fire at will. They're still pretty far back, so our horse archers will need to fall back before that happens. Cavalry doing okay. Let's pull you back over here. Just away from their archers, basically. Don't want to take needless losses. Archers on the side over there, hopefully able to fire at those riders. If not, I might need to take care of them myself. Horse archers might need to pull back as well, actually. Archers come up here. Infantry up over here. Let's go. Horse archers pull back. The axe out. I have a couple questions I'd like to axe you. There you go. Goody. Doing alright, we're doing alright. Archers have arrived. Infantry coming shortly after, hopefully. Down you go. Oh, I just hit his shield there. There's the infantry. Excellent. Beautiful. Archers are getting work done. Cavalry, where you at? We should pull them up over here. Get a rear charge into the archers, perhaps. There they are. Push them in. Then we'll get a rear charge back over here. Looking okay, yeah. Fire away, man. Looks like they're all okay, firing from this side as well. Good stuff. Oh. Trying to kill me, are you? Cavalry, rear charge. Let's go. Lift like the wind now. Archers still getting work done. Cavalry charge, infantry charge. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely crushed. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Men of the steppe. Hear the red tide. Let's go. Come on now. Cavalry charge. Infantry charge. Archers charge. Goddamn, everybody charge. Let's do this. Let's do this. Gotta finish off their archers before they take too many of our men as well. Nice. Love a good clean hit. Oh, love a good clean miss as well. Ooh, I could feel that hit. I felt like I hit him at the top of the skull there, just like clipped him hard enough to kill him. Quickly now, let's go. These guys are gonna get away, aren't they? Swiftly, man. Come on now. Down he goes. Oof. No, I think I hit him with the just like the back of my axe, it looked like. Ah, these guys are gonna get him. That's fine. Well done. Well done. Quite a few prisoners here. I think. Hopefully some worth having. Again, I don't expect this was a very powerful or strong army or anything. It's a fun victory nonetheless. 11 dead. Sorry, 11 wounded, 8 dead. We did well. 53 leveled up. Worth it. That's the big part of it. Is leveling up not just our own soldiers, but our vassals and our other parties, our clans' soldiers as well. Good stuff. And what little influence I suppose we get. Renown is no longer a thing to care about. Finnegan, my prisoner. At my mercy indeed. Chagan has been taken by Erinix, it seems like. And Brannock is my prisoner as well. I suppose I could ransom them off at a nearby city before this peace is pushed. That would make sense, right? At least I would make some money off of them. Or I could donate them to a dungeon to improve relations, but I don't think I have poor relations with too many folk, like too many of my vassals or anything. I also need to remember to keep an eye out for war horses, right? When we're out and about trading. All right, what do you have over here? They're not like terrible soldiers. They're just not soldiers that I necessarily care for. A lot of them. Look at the Aserai infantry as well. Monopolist, sure. Good stuff. Good stuff. Grab some of you. Fine, I'll take the Battanian horsemen. Sure. Why not? Why not? We're about just under 300 strong. That's why the recruitment drive is going to come in handy for us when that peace happens, right? Or over our prisoner limit. Didn't even notice. How many prisoners do we have? Oh, we're just barely over. Okay, fine. We've got some lower tier soldiers we can leave behind, I think. A mercenary crossbowman, for example. They're fine. And, Orly. Huh, even our prisoners are of the highest quality. Sure, leave behind the Khazate tribal warrior. Again, the number will go up as our wounded heal, but I don't want to needlessly lose, lose prisoners in the meanwhile. Pick up all the loot, and now what? Again, there's like barely 20 hours left before this peace is pushed. I could disband my entire army up over here, allow them to go around and maybe pick up some recruits at these various cities. Maybe pull back this way and pick up some recruits. Or I should stay... You know what? I think we'll stay together for now. Just in case something arises. Urkskala Castle belongs to... Ygritte. I think we get along just fine. Come on. Ygritte and I, we get along excellently. Oh my god, look at how much Mahir holds. Wow. I mean, I knew it was a lot because of just how much he was kind of collecting, but I didn't... Seeing it like that is a little different. Let's go ahead and pick up some recruits here. Excellent. I don't need these recruits, right? Like, let those that ride with me pick these recruits up. My recruits are all the way down over here. Not even further down, over here. We're a massive, massive empire. These guys can grab some recruits over here. Okay, excellent. Epinosa... 20 hours is not enough time to... unless I want to sacrifice a lot of soldiers. 20 hours is not enough time to accomplish a siege. 6 hours now. 6 hours now. The only reason I'm not having that conversation right now is because I would like to see Talia make a move over here. And she's just simply not doing it. And that's bumming me out right now, Talia. Come on. You just gotta attack. You can take it. You can take it. League of the Sturgeons has been taken prisoner. We have over here Vartan. Vartan, do you hold anything, or does Monchug hold on to everything? Greedy man he is. Seems to be the case. Yeah, we're not going to get Locana Castle. And that's fine, it's not the end of the world. Thab continues to improve relations. Now, it's been pointed out, actually, that our relations have probably maxed out down over here at Hassan Falk. What I could probably do with regards to that, actually, is send... Who was it? Oh, who was it? Down at Hassan Falk, we have... Did I not see her here? Members. We have... Denny staying at Hassan Falk. I don't know if Anjikin was doing anything at Ortizia. I should hope so, because she's staying there just like Denny is staying at Hassan Falk. If she's already at Ortizia, I don't know if I have other places where I can send people to improve relations. Because Thab is at Diathma. Najin I need to scoop up. He's at Myzea, so I can go and pick him up from there. Fair enough. Liena is actually at Tial. Oh, she's nearby. If I wanted to... I don't think I can see another family member die, folks. I don't think I can see it. I just don't think so. Alright, we'll leave this be for now then as is, and we'll consider, rejigging their positions after, when we arrive down there, just to make sure everyone's at 100 relations. Alright, time for peace. Now, if I were to insist that no, we do not make peace, oh, that's not as expensive as I was expecting. But, to all of your points, to many of your points, I should say, rather, if I say no now, they will simply demand it shortly thereafter, and I will not be able to afford, two expensive pieces in a row. We've seen this happen in the past. I'm fairly certain it was in this playthrough as opposed to one that I was just kind of doing separately. I'm pretty sure we've seen that happen, back-to-back demands of peace or war. So, very well. I suppose it is time to make peace, as much as I hate it. Everyone is for it. This will allow them to focus on Battania while we recover and recuperate, and then hopefully we can declare war on the Khazate without too much trouble or without too much cost of influence. Now, it's been suggested I can always just raid a village, a town, to declare war that way, but we do not raid, right? And that's the thing. That's the downside of that role play is that we cannot declare war through a raid because it's against our or through attacking merchants because it's against our MO, right? So it would have to be a formal declaration of war, which will be expensive for our influence again. But at that time, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, or when it comes flying at our faces, as it were. So yes, it is time to make peace, I suppose. All our vassals are for it. The council supports it as well, by and large. Peace it shall be. We weren't able to ransom people off. That's fine. It's fine. Look at how many. Whoa. Stop. Okay. Weird. Look at how many prisoners we had. Alijin, Alcha, Bolat, Temun, Monchug, Brannock, Fennigan, Katagan, and Ruma. That is 9 prisoners we had. Man. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. I'm not that bummed out. And now again, if our vassals are able to focus against the Battanians and make some progress there, I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Not one bit. Teach them a lesson for declaring these back-to-back wars on us, right? And let me just quickly check on leveling over here, because, as it's been pointed out, I think I missed some. Hail the Golden Night Runner makes him faster at night, better sight range at night as well, or Day Traveler, faster during the day, and better sight during the day as well. I'm going to say Night Runner. I just feel like that's more likely to give an advantage. So let's go with Night Runner for you, the heal. No focus points or anything else. And then Regbold of the Hills is crossbow, fitting. Deft Hands, double the interrupt threshold when the character is reloading his crossbow. Okay. Troops under your command have double interrupt threshold while reloading crossbows. I don't know what interrupt threshold is, but I assume that is like the amount of damage they take before their reloading animation is interrupted or something like that. Is my suspicion. Loose and move. Equipped crossbows do not slow you down. Okay, ranged troops under your command increase their movement speed by 10%. I like that. Loose and move. Again, he's a scout, right? So it makes sense for him to shoot and scoot, as it were, to use a modern term. So loose and move. Loose and move. I like that's shoot and scoot, except just medievalized, I suppose. I quite like that. All right, all done here. Let's continue on to Amprella, and then over to Myzea down over here. It's all en route, so it all works out quite nicely. And actually, let's go ahead and disband the army here, because if they want to go and fight or pick up more recruits or anything like that, they're more than free to. We'll have need of them in the near-ish future. Nyantai over here managed to get away. Talia besieging Epicrotea. Okay, good. I think I prefer Epicrotea as opposed to Epicrotia. It sounds more correct, doesn't it? I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't think I've got an opinion on that yet from y'all. I think Epicrotea is nicer. Oh my god. Thomund of the Ishkas, Mihir of the Ishkas, Sven, Anada, and Morentios all have been taken prisoner. Where were you? Oh, were they up at... No. Where were they? They were the ones that were fleeing from that other party, right? So somewhere down over here, I think it was. Joran, stay safe, buddy. Stay safe. That's bad. That's not good for us. A lot of numbers that we've lost there. Now again, I have the influence I need to sue for peace with the Battanians. If push comes to shove, we have that option. The Tavern District here, recruit these mercenary scouts. But not just that, though, of course. Visit the tavern itself. I do believe there are a couple of people to recruit over here, right? They Said the Golden. Said the Golden. Do we have more Goldens here? It seems the others may have gotten away. The ransom broker over here, so they Said. Forest of the Hills. I just want to make sure I have it. The Hyena. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen that before. Abagai the Alone. Sorry to hear that. We have a Horse Thief. We have a Wanderer up here. The Bull. Probably a warrior type, I imagine. Very well. At least one to recruit over here. We'll seek the other one out elsewhere. However, very quickly, I want to check. What was it? Nadir the Hyena. Of course. A rogue type. Fitting. And Said the Golden. What do we know of this hero? That's how I justify the encyclopedias. Like these are well-traveled heroes that people know much about. Good leadership, good tactician, Or so we've heard. Said. I apologize for interrupting your drink. Apparently you don't even know who I am. Peace to you, stranger. What is your name? My name is Partia, sir. Tell me about yourself. I shall tell you. I'm a warrior. I would recite to you my lineage, but that would take an hour. I would tell you my deeds, but that would take 2. So instead, if you pay me, I shall come with you and fight your enemies, and that will be the best demonstration of my mettle. Well, I can use someone like you in my company. You have some depth, do you? 536 is nothing. Here you are. Yes, your highness, he says. Excellent. Said the Golden has joined us. I just want to make sure one last look over here. Yeah, looks like that's all we'll get here. Now, there have been some suggestions with regards to composition, like having some more medically inclined individuals, having a smith and things like that. I feel like at the end of the day, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like at the end of the day, a better tactician and I think a better tactician is what I need first and foremost, because I need them to survive the battles they get in, right? Give this to all my men, please. Here you are. That's my line of thinking. I've seen a lot of back and forth about that, and I've mulled over this a bit, but I feel like that's the way to go. That's the way Partia would be thinking now as well. Because again, remember, I don't think actually, or so I've been told, assigning surgeons and engineers and all that kind of stuff at the head of a different party, I don't think that actually does anything. And you'll remember at one time, we tried to send off our... we tried to send a party off with a companion, so that they would have a medic in their army as well, and that's just not an option. You can't actually do that, which is unfortunate, but that's just the reality. All right, what do we have over here? So we've got a strong leader, not the best at stewardship, but we could try and actually fix that just as he marches around with us. I don't know how large his party can be at the moment, but we can try and fix that. He'll improve his stewardship just automatically as well as he's going around leading a band, so I think we could just leave him at that. One-handed and polearm are his strengths, and throwing. Okay. One-handed, polearm, and throwing. He's actually pretty good at throwing weapons, and he's quite the rider as well, it seems. Okay, very well. One-handed, polearm, throwing, rider. His tactics can actually go really high too. All right. Let's check him out. Said the Golden. First, your weapon. Suppose this is the best way to look for it. Two-handed. That's one-handed. Slightly ridged flissa, as is tradition. We have as well... It's been so long since we've had to do this. One-handed polearm. The Monopolist. If you... Can I... How do I... What if I... Can I... I just want to see its two-handed stats, man. How do I... There we go. Yeah, not terrible. Can be used one-handed if need be. So if I give him the Monopolist, or... You know what? Hold on. Pavolk, I think, is probably better. Oh, God damn it. This is... There we go. 188 cut. Versus 123? Yeah, sure. So let's go ahead and get you that. Good stuff. That is a pole arm indeed. Give him a shield, and give him some thrown weapons as well. We have a decent shield. But a cracked. That's my shield. I could give him my shield. I quite like my shield, though. I think I'll buy him a new one instead. We don't have any thrown weapons either, but, you know, we can solve that in a different way. We have some thrown weapons, but they're pretty bad. But it's a good segue into what we're about to do, and I think you all can tell exactly what we're about to do. We have decent armor that we've collected over the years now. Give him the Palatine Guard helmet. I think the luxury lamellar vest over leather. Looking good, buddy. I actually quite like that. That's quite a nice decorative element. What else have we got here? Everything else is kind of cracked or rusty or worn or otherwise broken. Not fitting. Not fitting for a leader of ours. Alright. Over to trade. Now, what do you have for my friend? Do I value here? Heavy lamellar pauldron. Think that makes sense. Yep, let's get that on you. Again, it'll be expensive, but money isn't a problem for us. Lamellar plate gauntlets. Go with it. Legionary cape. Tempting. Tempting. But no. Splint boots. Yeah. Better than what he's using right now. And of course he needs a horse as well, right? But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get you a nice new shield. A tall heater shield. Sure. That looks pretty good, actually. I wish the circle was a bit higher, but overall, it looks pretty good. And a horse. Decent armor available here as well. Do you not have just war horses? They don't. Alright. It feels bad giving him just like a step horse or something for now. Let's get that chainmail horse armor. We'll buy it for now. And we'll get him a horse elsewhere where he can actually have a proper war horse. In terms of armor, let's go ahead and dump everything else. I don't think we'll be needing any of that. Yeah, because I've assigned a lot of stuff. 280. These guys are extremely rich right now. These guys are extremely rich right now. Let's go ahead and dump these. Cracked heavy recurve bow. It's cracked, cracked, cracked. All this is cracked. Get rid of you. All these shields as well. Yep. This is the thing about recruiting someone new. How have we got such a mess of stuff over here? Normally it's pretty cleanly organized, right? I guess the value thing is taking over. White type. There we go. There we go. Done. Done. Too many splintered arrows, man. You know what? Here. 239,000. These guys are rich. Drop off some flax. Leave behind some tools. The sheep, the hogs, the cows I don't need. Take the jewelry as well. Walking around with silver ore needlessly for a very long time now. Pottery, furs. 158 hides. When did I end up with this many hides? Bump them. Alright, cool. Sure. Done. Pretty well equipped. Needs a throwing weapon. Needs a horse. And we have armor for the horse he's going to get. Over to the smithy. Very quickly now. Looks like we actually are all energized. We're not tired at all. So let's go ahead and... I don't remember resting anywhere. I guess we must have. Get some of that charcoal coming through. Not making anything without charcoal. Or wood as well, but, you know, just gotta get that balance. There we go. Doing the grunt work myself so that my friends can do the fun work. Saeed the Golden. Forge for you. A proper javelin. It's been very long since we've done this. I cannot remember the right pieces off the top of my head. 110 damage, that seems about right. This doesn't change anything but the difficulty, so keep you empty. And the material use as well. Cool. We'll need more steel, eh? We'll need much more steel. Saeed. The Merchant's Bane. Spelled that correctly. Why does it look so different? I hope I've got this right. 63 skill points gained. Yeah, this all looks right. Alright, cool. Another one. And let's go ahead and get Regbold, I suppose. Can you make steel? You can. What about Sodace the Scholar? Regbold, give us some steel and crude iron. We need some more iron as well. Oh no. This is an interesting position to be in. Okay. Need wrought iron, right? No, need iron. Alright. Okay. Trying to get this right. He's too tired now. Slide back to you. Back to forging. The Merchant's Bane. Yes. You're tired now. Okay, good. So this is the most awkward smithing experience in a while. But this guy's tired now as well. Okay, excellent. We are running low on steel and iron. And that's good to know, so we can pick some up when the time comes. But that is all for now. Over to our inventory here, so that Saeed can actually arm himself. with one of the merchant Spains. We made so few this time around compared to like the 100 we end up with sometimes. Anyway, it's all good. We could sell them to Umbrella to make some quick money, but we don't need to. We'll use them as bargaining chips instead. Alright, trading done. Recruiting, none available. Okay. We've picked up... Now, let me just check here. Just to make sure. That's fine. We leave. We continue down southwards. I could try finding more of the Goldens, right? Yeah, the Golden is at Balticon. Of course, he's all the way back where we came from. Ah. Fine, let's go. Let's go. It's tempting to not. It's tempting to just move on and war and fight. That is probably at most another 200 soldiers, give or take. Let's hit up Urkskala at the same time, so that we can actually let this party go as well. Legeta is being defended by Ranul's army, and by Mengu's party. This is what happens when I don't accompany the front. And this is why I didn't want to go back to Balticon. Here we are. And I gotta go to Myzea as well, let's not forget, because Najin, that's another 200 soldiers that are not out on the field. So Maris has been besieged by the Battanians. This is going horrendously. Over to Balticon. Quickly now. Really hope things go alright at the front. Over to the Tavern District, grab the mercenary cavalry here. And we have quite a few people here. Fish the Accursed, the Lucky, Wainwright Wanderer, Iron Eye. Oh my god, it's a convention over here. Mad the Engineer, the Hawk, the Prince. Come on. Another Scholar. Swift Barrel Chest, Wainwright, Prince, Golden. Daya. Let us speak. Your Highness, I'm yours to command, he says. I hear you took the fortress of Dinar Castle. A blow well struck. I've spoken to him in the past, that's why he knows who I am, and that's why we're speaking like this. I can use someone like you in my company. Here you go. Over to, well, first seeing what he's like. Saeed got a focus point, right, of course, because of the smithing. Let's go ahead and make him an efficient iron maker. We don't have too many of those, and a steel maker as well. We don't have too many of those, right? And his focus point here will pour into his stewardship, because I want him leading a party, so I want him to improve his stewardship. His tactics are already good. His stewardship is pretty bad, so I'd like to fix that. And Thaya over here, one-handed, polearm, rider, and throwing as well. Okay. So, Thaya, take a look at our, the throwing weapon he's going to get. Melee weapon. The slightly ridged Flissa, if I can organize it like this. Where are we? Don't think this works. There we go. Slightly ridged Flissa. Is that our last one? Oh wow. Oh, that's certainly a feeling. As for his pole arm, steel-tipped hooked spear. There's something better. The Manavlian is alright. We have some glaives, we have an Imperial Lance. The hardened glaive, sure. We've got quite a few of them. And let's give him a shield as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any good shields. And I don't think we have decent armor either. Well, okay, we've got the Gambison over mail. It's not the best, though. This isn't our finest armor. And I know some of you would say I should save my finest armor for my son. He'll have his day. Hopefully he won't have to, is what I should say, actually. Hopefully he won't have to have his day. This is not good enough. That's not going to keep you alive. Oh dear, neither is that. Go ahead and cover him up there. Old Sumpter horse. These guys need new horses as well. Over to trade. Go ahead and pick up... Nice. Step war horses, I think, for both of them. Daya. Step war horse for you. And Saeed. A step war horse for you. As far as the armor is concerned, we purchased the chain mail horse armor for him. There you go. Thaya, Go ahead and get you. We don't have any good armor over here. Well, for now, the rusty Lamlar half-barding will have to do, I think. At least keep him safe. But yes, we need a shield over here. A tall heater shield for you as well. Spending a lot of money on these guys. I need some armor too. We need for you... Interesting. Mirrored Brigandine armor. That looks pretty good, actually. Good stuff. Oh, actually, the Lancer armor is better. Lancer Lamlar armor. Pop that on you. This guy really likes the breeze on his body, doesn't he? Let's also give him the brass Lamlar shoulders. Pop on top of that some leather van braces. And some proper shoes for you, man. We'll have to buy him some better gear at some point, but for now, this'll do, for now. Okay, very well. Oh my god. All getting very expensive. Well, this is what happens when you have to equip new recruits, right? All done here. I really hope I've equipped them properly. I'm like, to a degree, rushing some of these conversations and screens, and perhaps I shouldn't. Let's leave real quick. Over to Caesar. Come on now. Grab some recruits over here. And now, we'll go ahead and split everybody off. And hopefully I've got enough soldiers to spread. Doron, how are you doing, man? Oh no, not very well at all. Talia is headed over to Delmaris. Okay. Might stand a chance there. Doron's army will certainly fall. The Battanians are beating us handily, I would say. 4 prisoners they have already. It's getting very tempting to push for that piece just to free up those prisoners. That's going to get expensive, man. That's going to get real expensive. Alright, let's form up these new parties and see what they can do. The reason why I'm forming them up over here is so they can hopefully grab some recruits, train them a little bit against some bandits and things like that, and then push forward. Where I'm going, they'll just get in my way down south, right? Go ahead and spearmen over here, just upgrading these guys and everything so that I can have a good idea of what I'm actually walking around with before I send these parties off. Okay, looking good. And let's not forget Najin as well, right? He'll be picked up soon too. So, you know what? I didn't need... God damn it, I wish I could... My bad. I did not need 2 people to lead parties, because Najin's going to be leading one of them. Very well. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. Saeed, we picked you up first. You will lead this new party. And we will give you... What? Valandian Vanguard. Give you some Khazate Heavy Lancers. You can have as well some of the Aserai Mamluk Cavalry. Have some Sturgeon Heroic Line Breakers. Some Khazate Nomads. I don't know why I was recruiting over here. Khazate Tribal Warriors as well. 23 soldiers. I think you could do with a few more. Perhaps the Khazate Marksman. Khazate Footman, sure. And you want some Khazate Spearmen as well for good measure. Get you up to a nice round 40. Cool. Hopefully that's enough to keep him alive out there. Where are your javelins? Pretty sure I assigned javelins to him. Oh, yeah, it looks like he has it in his portrait, but just not on here. What is... Oh, you know what? No, this is the Khazate Spearman. My apologies. There we go. That's Saeed. Always throws me off. It always throws me off. All right, cool. Done. Done. Off you go. Okay, excellent. Now he'll, again, hopefully recruit over here, train his troops against some of these looter bands and steppe bandits and things like that. We, meanwhile, will head on over to Myzea to pick up my brother and have him form another party. Again, made a slight mistake there. Where are the mules? See, I wish I could see, like, where are these guys? I wish you would tell me. Anjikin. That's Anjikin wasting her time. Oh. Where is she? Where are those guys? Well, let's wait until we get down south. We've waited this long. What's a little bit longer? Down to Myzea. Let's go. Quickly now. Okay, good stuff. A lot of the Battanians have been taken as prisoner. Legetta is being assaulted by Joran. Okay, good. Oh, that's such a relief, man. That is such a relief. My heart was in my throat with just like not knowing how those battles or engagements would go down. Temin picking up some recruits over here. Continuing to improve relations elsewhere. That seems like relations being improved based on battles that are happening. Regbold and Heal are improving their skills. Excellent. I really hope Delmaris is being protected. I'm wondering if I want to go up to Emprella. Or no. Let's stick with the original plan. We've wasted enough time tracking back to Baltikand for a person we didn't need already. Talia is still headed towards Jalmaris. Joron is traveling to Ataconia Castle. Fair enough. What's the situation at Jalmaris? Oh. Okay, alright, fair enough. That's actually funny. That's... Good one, game. Good one. Alright, we shall arrive shortly. Yeah, not sure where all these guys are. We're definitely wasting time. I agree with the comment that's like we're wasting time and effort for folks, I think, down at Hassenfalk and Danustica in improving relations with people that we've already maxed that out with, right? Let's not do that anymore. Recruit these troops over to the Tavern District, get these mercenary cavalry, and... Oh, right, he'll be at the Keep? The Lord's Hall? Najin, where are you? Did you... He left, didn't he? God damn it, Najin. How did he leave? Am I misremembering? Last seen at Rote. He's traveling the world, it seems. He was here. Alright, well, you know what? We'll call him to one of the places that we can govern. And might as well pick up some recruits en route. Legetta has been besieged. No surprise there. 10 officers of the Ashkas has been taken prisoner. Oh, man. Legetta's gonna fall. Legetta's gonna fall for sure. Meritor, what have you done? How could you let it fall? Alright. Fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Now, again, arguably, I could potentially get my next party started already with the guy we picked up at Baltikon, but I would rather wait until I've got my brother, right? He'll be down south when we get there. We'll call him in as a governor and have him assigned that way. Bannerlord of the Ishkas has been taken prisoner by the Battanians. Moving over here. We're to Lord Tusis. Tusis, yes. We'll go to Oneira and then continue down south. Monchuk is down here. This is my concern, see. With peace, they're able to come through and pick up recruits and make large armies, and then they're going to declare war on us, and... This is why I didn't want the peace. Because as much as we've taken land from them, it's irrelevant. Since now they're able to pick soldiers up from everywhere, right? Like, they're forming up a formidable force over here. They're going to train that force up, they're going to attack us with it, and then we're back to square one, fighting a war on two fronts with capable armies on either front. But, what are the chances? I was just about to say, there is a chance that the Khuzait will distract the Battanians by declaring war on them. It was something that was brought up in the comments, and I was like, yeah, if we're lucky. And it just now happened. I guess Aserai smiles upon us. Okay, good. Over to Danustica, let's pick up some recruits. And maybe we do turn our attention to, to the Battanians now, temporarily. Work with the Khuzait temporarily. Make some gains there. I don't know, what do you guys think? We just wait until the Khuzait declare war on us again, basically? Maybe. So it looks like over here we still need, what's-her-face to stay here at Danustica to improve relations here, because these are not maxed out. Close, but not entirely. So, very well. Over at the Tavern District. Recruit these armed traders as well. And what I should do is get at Dynastica Najin. Go over here. Don't know if I actually have to wait over here. Or if he's gonna magically kind of like pop in. That's one thing I've still not, like, it's not been consistent in the past. I've not done it often enough, and it's not been consistent enough when I have done it for me to know exactly what works or what doesn't work. He's not here yet. Okay, so then in that case, let's go ahead and tell him to go down to Hassan Falk instead, and hopefully he'll be there by the time we arrive there. Where are you? Najin? Over to Hassan Falk. Okay, cool. Leave Dynastica. Okay, good stuff. Some armies are forming up. That's nice to see. Hopefully some work will actually get done here. Aranix is making an army too. Okay, excellent. These are, again, I hope, forward armies. Near Elipa. I'm not familiar with these names. Okay, down to Shabal Zamur. Liana continues to win tournaments at Tial. There we go. Better troops here. Not the best, but better. Over to Hassan Falk. Garrison of 113. I don't know how comfortable I feel taking too many away from that. In case when a new war breaks out, you know, the Khuzait decide to attack Hassan Falk. Okay, to the keep. Najin. Take it to the party. And let's go ahead and recruit some soldiers here. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah. We are done at Hassan Falk. We are done at Hassan Falk. So. Who is staying at Hassan Falk? Danny the Swift. Almost clicked the wrong button there. Let's go ahead and send you off to Sanala, Vostrom, Sargot, perhaps? There's some room for improvement of relations over there. These are the notables, right? Ortizia. Pretty well maxed out. Galand. Nope, looking pretty good at Galand as well. Sanala. I suppose Sanala's... Nope, looking pretty good over here too. If I ever do go to Sanala. There's room for improvement. Why don't we go with Kuyaz? We're more likely to end up at Kuyaz, and you know what? Relations over here could actually do with some improving. We have some negatives. So, let's send Denny the Swift over to Kuyaz. And we'll give it like a day or something, give it a tick, and then we'll unassign her as governor. Because I'm pretty sure when she's governor, it doesn't actually improve relations. She improves relations only when she's like hanging out in the taverns and stuff. Fairly certain. Okay. Next up, though, we have to get a new party. Led by Najin. Set up over here. Let's go ahead and give you... All the way at the bottom over here, we've got some Aserai Mamluk cavalry, some Aserai infantry. Go ahead and give you the Aserai footmen. A bunch of Mamluk soldiers. Sure, you can have them. The recruits and the tribesmen as well. Basically dropping off everything we recruited over here, I'll be completely honest. The Master Archer. Mercenary Scouts. Go ahead and take the Imperial Equite as well. And how about the Aserai Veteran Infantry too? About 40, I think that should be reasonable. He'll be able to recruit on his own as well. Again, I don't want to take too many away from myself either, because I want to make sure that I'm able to get involved and engage the enemy right away too. Right, and we're still under 400 strong. All done here. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully. We leave. I could scoop up some more recruits still. I am able to go down to, you know, Abu Ki, for example. Oka as well. Also tied to Hassan Falk. Are you goddamn kidding me, Talas? Why? The Aserai declare war on the Ishkas. For real? Are you for real right now? Elmaris has been besieged by Chalya. Good stuff. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm glad I came over here. Yes, beautiful. Absolutely. That's Abu Ki. And you know what? Let's go ahead all the way to Hokka as well. Erzanur is tied to Erzanur Castle, of course, but let's go to Hokka over here as well. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Where are our armies? Heckguard over here, going to a point. Dale and Parabard joining up, I imagine, to an army. Chalya has got Jilmaris under siege once more. Okay. I just can't believe the Aserai have declared war on us again. And I'm thinking if we are going to fight the Battanians, maybe we do in fact just go up north over here. Back to the cold, yes. What is this? The Aserai. The Aserai. The Aserai. I'm guessing this is all the Aserai raiding our lands back over here. Do not forget that the Aserai have acquired the nobles that gave up on fighting against us, right? Don't forget that. So many of ours are being taken prisoner. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Isn't this something special? Okay, good stuff. A lot of our warriors have been freed after battle when Jilmaris was taken, it looks like. Excellent. And let's at the same time... Utos the Jackal. Not any of these guys. So let's go ahead and change governor. None. Denny. Hang around there and try and improve relations with some of these guys. Keep an eye out for it, right? Keep an eye out for it. Okay, good to see some of our party members get freed up. Hopefully they'll form up, you know, their parties quickly enough. Again, just because the party, not members, sorry, but leaders, this is also great. I'm really glad I came here. Just because the party leaders have been freed from imprisonment, it doesn't mean that, you know, they've got their 100 soldiers right off the bat. They actually have to run around and recruit now. They actually have to get those numbers. So, you know, who's to say that's actually going to happen quickly enough? Okay, now this is where things are a little weird. Do I help against the Battanians, or do I deal with all the Aserai? It'll be impossible to catch them or anything, right? Because... our homeland's under threat. This is an interesting turn of events. I would very much love to be up over there fighting the Battanians. But all this raiding could cause rebellions and stuff, right? And we can't have that. I cannot believe we're doing this. It's actually finally happening, I think. I think we're finally heading down to the desert again. We haven't been here in like a decade. Vipon. Ilmaris shall be yours. Take good care of it. I cannot believe we're going back home. Something's got to get in our way, right? Like, why would you declare war on me, man? Why? Why? You're pathetic and weak, and there's just... Beer has been besieged by the Khuzait. Not ours to worry about. Bob continues to improve his relations. Looks like we are improving our relations with some of the others. Skolder Broadfar no longer serving the Valandians. I didn't even know that was a thing. Keep an eye on everything that's going on over here. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of moving parts right now. Keep going. We're okay. Looking like. Some troops over here as well. An opportunity to train them against the Aserai rebels. That's what they are now, I suppose. These are the Aserai rebels. Guys still all the way out over here. Talia going after Legetta. Okay. Making some moves at least. Erinix going to Amitatis. Fair enough. Tamnu Castle. Garrison of 67. We'll leave it be. Over to Kuka. So much raiding going on. And so many of these Aserai rebels aren't even Aserai. How dare they? How dare they? Under the guise of a familiar name and flag. Ooh, look at that. Alright. Nice. Over to Doka. We have not visited these towns and cities and villages in so long. Doka over here. Let's go. Things are looking alright. The Battanians have acquired some mercenary allies, it seems. Down to Muslim. At least one of ours has escaped from captivity. That's good. Ortizia is being besieged. Ortizia. How dare you? Ortizia. They have the gall to strike at Ortizia. I don't know if I can make it there quickly enough. Maybe if I make a mad dash. Chalya is defending Ortizia. Erinix is moving up to Rote, fair enough. Chalya is over 1,000 strong in her soldiers. Hopefully she'll have assistance from Parabard and Dale, but this is a surprise. A very unwelcome one. Oh no. Dash through the desert. defend the jewel, protect Ortizia, stop its fall. The Battanians need to be punished for this. For sure. Sibir over here looks like, see, the Khazate now are going to get a foothold up north. They're going to get another city for themselves. One we'll be able to quickly take, like, for ourselves, sure, but it's happening. On the bright side, this is forcing the Battanians to fight a war on 2 fronts, right? Very distant fronts as well. This might work out in our favor. What do we do with the Aserai on the way over? Do we just sue for peace with the Aserai just so we don't have to bother with them? We can end all this pointless raiding. Run on up over to here. Hopefully Ortizia will either have already been defended by Chalia. If not, then we have to take Ortizia back. And then we just push with full aggression against the Battanians over here. Because if we whittle them down enough, quickly enough, before the Khuzate declare war on us again, we'll at least be in a position where we have 2 small enemies to deal with, as opposed to one massive one that continues to take prisoners and all that, and another small one that just harasses us like the Aserai are doing right now. Decisions, decisions, and a cruel twist of fate. This is... I shouldn't be surprised. Once they took Legetta, this is an obvious next target. Wow. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session, because I certainly did. A lot of wild, wild twists and turns, and it's going to make next session really kind of funky. We find ourselves in a very interesting situation, at a very interesting crossroads, but at this crossroads, I must bid you farewell for now. I hope you had a good time. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below, as always. It makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do, what I don't do. You all know the drill by now. Of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.